Hello my dear friends, my name is Harold and welcome to The Sanctum. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the 7 people that we come in contact with in our life and sometimes even fulfill the role of. So these are essentially 7 archetypes that we meet in our life and teach us various spiritual truths and lessons if we are able to become aware of it. These 7 people are like 7 mirrors, so oftentimes they're called the 7 mirrors to oneself. So why would you want to know about these 7 mirrors? Why is it important to you? First of all, if you want to carry out any kind of spiritual growth as well as healing oneself, you need to make friends with these 7 archetypes. You need to look within yourselves and connect to these 7 aspects of yourself, because your whole life and the people that you meet are a reflection of these 7 people. So if you want to improve your business, if you want to improve your work, if you want to improve your relationships with your family or any other loved ones or even friends, all of them at some point reflect back to you and fulfill the role of one of these 7 mirrors. So let's talk about a pair of them at the same time. So the first and second mirror are known as the Divine Father and the Divine Mother. So this is the element of ourselves. The Divine Father is the element of ourselves that's connected to fatherhood. And the Divine Mother is the infinite aspect of ourselves that's connected to motherhood and all of that which represents fatherhood and motherhood. So oftentimes the people that we meet in our life that embody the Divine Father and the Divine Mother in some way are the people who we grow up with. So whether you grew up with a mom and a dad, likely either your father or mother will embody one of these roles as the Divine Father or Divine Mother. It doesn't mean that your father has to be the Divine Father and your mother has to be the Divine Mother. They could swap roles. The father could be like a mother and the mother could be like a father. In the same way, perhaps even people in our lives, like loved ones, even a friend could be like a mother to us. Or we could be a mother to a friend. Has there ever been a time where your friend was upset and you went to see them and you comforted them, you nourished them, you looked after them like a mother. You nursed them back to health and well-being. So you were connecting and embodying this principle of the Divine Mother without even realizing it. Now, our connection to motherhood and fatherhood determine how connected we are to our own Divine Father and Divine Mother. So these aspects are also there within ourselves. There are aspects within ourselves that can help us grow. And blockages in our lives associated with being able to nourish, sustain, look after, to help something grow, to nurture something, is linked to our Divine Mother. So the more connected and the more we work with our inner Divine Mother, the more we're able to give something life and nourish it. In the same way, the more we work with our Divine Father, the more we're able to put energy into that thing, to ignite that thing, to sustain it in the process of allowing it to grow. And in relation, if we actually work with these elements of ourselves, our connection to our mother and father, or those that we call our mother and father, or we believe to be our mother and father, will begin to increase as well, because they're actually within. The next, so we've covered 2 of these mirrors. The third one is the child. So in psychotherapy as well as hypnotherapy, we work with what's known as the inner child. And the inner child is that element of ourselves that's like a child within us. Regardless of how old you are, you could be 20, 30, 40, even 70. There's still an element of yourself that's a child within you. That is the aspect of yourself that brings forth that zest for life, that curiosity, that freedom, that boundless love for life itself, that is your child. So there may be times in your life where that child comes out. Also, you may be in a relationship and you may notice that your partner may embody the Divine Father and Divine Mother, and you become a child. You regress back to becoming a child. Or it could be the opposite. You could become like a parent and they can become like a child. Or maybe there might be times you'll both become like children and you're laughing and giggling and running around and enjoying being a child and enjoying that zest of life of being together. So like this, nurturing the child is so important, because if you're an adult and you're not feeling that spark for life, that zest for life, that curiosity that a child has, perhaps you need to work with the child. If the child is unhappy, the adult is unhappy. If the child feels unsafe, the adult feels unsafe. If the child feels insecure or is lacking something, the adult lacks this too. So working with the inner child is very, very important. And you may see with the people in your life the times in which you become a child, or the times in which other people around you become like children. Because these 7 mirrors, we embody them at different times in our life, regardless of what age we are. So this is why it's so important to heal the inner child. The 4th mirror is the stranger. Everyone at some point in our life was a stranger, someone we didn't know. So the stranger is essentially those aspects of ourselves that are unknown, that are strange to us, that we still yet have to connect with. This is a rarer one that people talk about or even work with. But if we have a fear of the unknown, we have a fear of the stranger. Now, why would you want to work with the stranger? Well, first of all, you may meet strangers while you're traveling. Some of them may genuinely want to help you, and eventually they'll become good friends. But then there might be some that may want to take advantage of you. The more connected you are to the stranger archetype, the more you'll be able to see through it. And you'll be able to notice when someone is truly trying to help. Like I've had many times in my life where I've been traveling and I met people who genuinely just wanted to help. And the more connected I was to my own inner stranger, the more I was able to see that these people were actually genuine and wanted to help. While as there were also people that wanted to trick me or to get me to do something that I didn't want to do, or go somewhere I didn't want to go. But this is something you can see through when you understand your own inner stranger, because there are parts of ourselves that are also unknown. And connecting to those will help you embrace the unknown and see it for what it is. The 5th mirror is the friend. Every stranger eventually becomes, if you connect to the stranger and they have good intentions and your vibe, become a friend. Sometimes you may hang out with your mother or your father, and if you'll get along well, you might be friends. You might become like friends, hanging out. Or perhaps even your best friend is like your friend. This is someone you can talk to on the same level at certain points in time and share the known together. Whereas the stranger lied in the unknown, the friend lies in the known. You know your friend, don't you? But deep within ourselves, we also have a friend. The more connected you are to your own inner friend, the less lonely you will feel, because you know there is a friend within you always. We are never alone because within us is everything. So it's important to be able to connect to your own inner friend. And the more you connect to your inner friend, the more you're able to make friends with others. And the more you will draw friends to you, because you are connected to your inner friend. So, mirror number 6 is the teacher. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. It's a very famous saying. The teacher is the embodiment of universal lessons. A teacher doesn't have to be a guru or a mathematics teacher or university professor. Anyone can be a teacher. Nature can be a teacher. A situation can be a teacher. Your mother and father can be a teacher. And of course, I'm sure whoever you grew up with taught you a lot. Every single person at certain times can embody the role of the teacher and teach you something that will help you grow or learn an inner lesson or a universal truth. Sometimes teachers can be celestial or cosmic in nature, where you gain insight and have a realization. In the Tibetan tradition, they talk about 4 gurus, 4 different types of teachers. One being actually physical in nature, your root guru. And then there is the inner teacher. In yoga, it's called the Satguru or the eternal guru. The teacher that's there within yourself, that's always pointing you the way, that's able to see the bigger picture of every lesson that you get in life to propel you towards your own growth and liberation. So connecting to your inner teacher will help you teach others, but will also help you gain the insight that you need on your own material or spiritual journey. And then finally, the final mirror is of course the lover. That individual that most people, as soon as they hit their teens, start looking for. My other half. The sharer of energy, of love. Now the lover can be a very important mirror, because it can mirror all of those other mirrors back to us. The lover can be a teacher. The lover can be like a mother. The lover can be like a father. The lover can be like a child. The lover can be like a stranger sometimes. And of course, a lover can be a best friend. So the lover is a very powerful one. It's also one that people can find immense joy, but also immense pain. It's also one that people can form very strong attachment to. It's also the one that can be most volatile. One day the lover can be there, the next day it can be gone. Very, very quickly. So can the rest, but this one can be very volatile. Well, as a month later you might find a new lover, a new mirror to mirror those back to you. So when you connect to your inner lover, you connect to self-love. And when you connect to self-love, you feel whole and complete. And when you feel whole and complete, you can reflect out into the universe that universal love that can draw back to you a lover that fits for your current stage in your growth, that can embody those other 7 mirrors and help you connect to yourself more. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like and subscribe. Thank you, take care, and I shall see you very soon. Peace.